Let your body settle now. Your shoulders. Notice how they have lifted, perhaps without your asking. Let them lower, slowly, like a tea cloth coming down from a line. Your hands, wherever they are resting tonight, open at your sides, folded across the blanket. They are not holding anything. They do not need to. Your jaw, loosen it, the smallest softening at the hinge. Let your tongue rest low in your mouth. Your feet, heavy, quiet. A small warmth has gathered there beneath the blanket. And the blanket along the whole length of you. Its weight is kind. It already knows your shape. You are already here. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing to plan. Nothing to remember. The day has been carried as far as it needs to be carried. Tonight there is only this. And as you breathe, the breath comes in slow, a little cool at the edges, and out even slower. You are in the hills above Darjeeling. The year is 1885. The afternoon has just turned, and the long terraced slopes of the tea estate are folding into a soft blue shade. You are a young clerk here, learning the work of the tea taster. You wear a plain cotton shirt, a light wool jacket against the mountain air, and quiet leather shoes that have walked these paths many times. The veranda runs along the front of the bungalow, and the wood of its boards is the color of weak tea, soft and worn by many feet. You stand at the rail. The valley falls away in long, careful steps, terrace after terrace of low green bushes, each one held by a low stone wall. Beyond the terraces, the cloud begins, a slow river of white along the lower hills. The air here is thin and clean. It smells of pine resin from the woods above, and of wet earth from the morning rain, and underneath it all the smell of the tea, green, faintly grassy, faintly sweet. A brass oil lamp sits on the small table by the door, ready for later. It is not lit yet. A clay cup of cold water sits beside it, and you lift the cup and drink, slowly. The water tastes of the mountain. You set the cup down. The boards give the smallest creak under your weight. The day's heat has gone from the wood. It is cooling now, kindly, beneath your feet. You step down from the veranda, onto the soft, red earth of the path. The tea bushes come up to about your waist. They are the small-leafed kind, Camellia sinensis, the China variety, which suits these high, cold slopes. Their leaves are dark and waxy on top, and at the tip of every branch the newest growth shows 2 small green leaves and a single closed bud. You walk slowly. The bushes brush against your knees. You can hear, very faintly, a small stream below in the gully moving over stones. A wind bell tied to a post turns once, then rests, then turns again. You bend at one bush and look at a new shoot. The bud is wrapped in a fine silver down, soft as the inside of a wrist. You do not pluck it. You only look. Tomorrow morning, this shoot will be ready for the basket. You straighten. The light has shifted, a little more violet along the edges of the far ridge. Somewhere above, a horse on the estate road blows out a breath and falls quiet again. Simply this: the slope, the bushes, the slow blue evening. You are not asked to count anything. Below you on the lower path, the day's workers have already gathered their things and are walking home. A small line of figures moves along the lower track, their cane baskets emptied and slung on their shoulders. They walk without hurry. The day's pluck has been weighed already, and the leaf is on its way to the factory above. You can hear, very faintly across the slope, a few quiet voices, a snatch of a song, a low laugh. You do not try to make out the words. The voices fold into the sound of the wind in the pines and are gone around the shoulder of the hill. The path goes down to a small cluster of houses on the ridge. A thin smoke is rising from one or two chimneys. Someone is cooking the evening meal. You watch the smoke for a moment. It lifts straight, then bends into the breeze, then thins away into the blue. The day has carried these people as far as it needs to. Now the day is letting them go. There is nothing you need to remember about them. The hill takes them and lets them go and is still. You follow the upper path now toward the factory. It is a long, low building of timber and stone, set on a flat shoulder of the ridge with its windows open to the wind. You climb the wooden stair. This is the withering loft. The air here is warm and very still, and the smell is the smell of fresh green tea leaf laid out to soften, grassy and sweet and faintly floral. Along the length of the loft, on long wooden racks, lie the bamboo withering trays. Each tray is a flat woven mat, and on each one is spread a thin, even layer of fresh leaf. By morning, the leaves will have wilted, lost their water, and become soft enough to roll. You walk slowly down the center aisle. A hand has turned each tray this afternoon with a kind, even patience. A long open shutter runs the length of the loft. Through it you see the side of the mountain, dim in the blue hour, and a single pale star above the ridge. The breeze comes in cool and clean, and the leaf gives up its water slowly all through the night. There is nothing you need to do here. The withering happens by itself. Down the short stairs is the rolling room. By day, this room is full of a low rumbling sound, Jackson's rolling machine, a heavy iron drum that gently bruises the withered leaf and starts the work of oxidation. But the day's rolling is done. The machine is silent now. The drive belt is slack on its wheel. You stand in the doorway. The smell here is deeper. The bruised leaf has been moved to the oxidation trays, but the scent stays, warm green and crushed apple skin, and something almost honey, almost wood. The smell of the tea changing into itself. The floor is swept. A clean wooden bench runs along the side, and on it is a tidy line of small brass weights and a set of cotton cloths folded into squares. You walk once around the silent machine. You touch the cold iron of its drum with the back of your hand. It is patient and heavy and exactly here. Tonight it rests, and you let it rest. Just stillness now. The room of the machine, the slack belt, the folded cloths. You step through into the firing room. Here the air is warm in a different way. A dry, low warmth that comes from the charcoal in the long iron dryers along the wall. These are the Sirocco dryers, long boxes of riveted iron, fed by charcoal beneath, with flat trays that the oxidized leaf passes through to be fired and dried. The afternoon's batch is cooling in baskets at the side. The fires are banked low for the night, glowing a soft orange red beneath the iron. You move closer. The warmth comes up against your shins. The smell here is the smell of finished tea, toasted and sweet and a little woody, with the faint dark perfume of the muskattle that the second flush of these gardens is famous for. You crouch by the firebox. The charcoal is breathing very gently. A small ribbon of pale ash trembles on one of the embers and falls and is still. You hold your hands toward the warmth. Your palms remember the day's coolness, and the warmth softens it out of them. There is nothing burning tonight that needs your watching. The dryers will rest. The leaf will rest. You will rest. You climb the last short stair to the tasting room. A small room with a single long table down the center and a row of windows along one wall. The table is set for the morning. Along its length stand the white porcelain tasting cups, small, round-bellied, lidded, each with its matching white bowl beside it. The cups are clean and dry, the handles all turned to point the same way. You lift one cup, just to feel it. The porcelain is cool and a little glassy in your palm. You set it back. The light from the western window catches the rim, and for a moment each cup along the row holds a small, soft glow. On a side bench, a sample of the day's made tea sits in a small tin tray. The leaf is dark, almost black, with a few twists of golden tip. Honey, muskattle, a faint hint of cooked apricot. You only let the smell come up and settle and go. Tomorrow morning, the head taster will pour hot water into each cup, watch the leaves bloom, and write down what each one says. But that is the morning. Now, the cups simply wait. There is nothing you need to decide about any of this tonight. The morning will know what to do. You walk back along the upper path. The sky has deepened. The first stars are out above the ridge, very small, very clean. You climb the steps of the veranda and sit down in the cane chair. The chair creaks softly and settles. You let your shoulders lower, fully now, into the curve of the chair. The brass lamp on the table is lit, someone set it going, while you were up at the factory. Its small, steady flame holds the air in a soft gold circle, and beyond the circle, the valley is dropping into a deeper and deeper blue. Far across the valley, you can see a single high snow peak catching the last of the light. The Kanchenjunga, the great mountain of the eastern Himalaya, very still. The light on it is the color of weak rose tea, and even as you watch, the light is leaving it, and the mountain is folding itself into the night. The smell of the warm lamp oil, the smell of the pines, the faint dry sweetness of the finished tea on your sleeve, the cool of the mountain air on the back of your hand. There is nothing you need to solve tonight. The morning will come, and that is enough for the morning. Tonight there is only this. You go inside. The bungalow is small and quiet. A corridor, a few rooms, the soft sound of a wooden floor under your feet. Your room is at the back. A narrow iron bed, a small writing table, a window shuttered against the mountain air. A clean cotton sheet, a heavy wool blanket of dark gray, a pillow that smells faintly of lavender from the kitchen garden. You take off your jacket and fold it over the chair. You unlace your shoes and set them at the foot of the bed. You lie down. The mattress shifts, settles, is quiet. You draw the wool blanket up to your chest. The weight of it is kind. The room sinks slowly into a low gold dark. Your shoulders have lowered further without your noticing. Your jaw is soft. Your hands are quiet on the rough wool of the blanket. Your feet are warm. Outside, the night settles over the estate. The withering loft is breathing slowly in the dark, the leaf giving up its water. The dryers are banked low. The white cups wait on their table. The cloud moves like a slow river. There is nothing in the long night that needs anything from you. The mountain is keeping its slow time. The breath comes in slow and out even slower. The room takes you in. The blanket is warm. The pillow holds your head. You are kept. The mountain keeps its quiet rhythm, and you let go.